What's up, guys? Coach Caleb back here with another hitting video. Today I want to talk about what makes a good cage routine. Alright, first things first, we got to make sure we're getting warm, loose, and stretched out. So what I like to do is stretch out my lower half and then also stretch out my spine, get some rotations in just to make sure everything is loose that we're going to be using in our swing. You can do either static stretches or dynamic stretches if you have enough space or you have ability to. I would use the dynamic warm-up just because it gets the blood flowing better than static stretches would. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a few examples of some dynamic stretches to get a good warm-up in before you start your cage routine. I like to do lunges, forward lunges, just forward here, and then you can alternate legs as you're either walking or you can do them stationary. And then reverse lunges is also another really good one. Just go backwards again if you can do it moving. You can do that. Another good thing if you don't have enough space is you can literally just go forward and then backwards almost in place, and that will still give you a good stretch to warm up there. You could even do some side lunges, get that groin area a little bit loosened up. Make sure we're getting deep into this move to really feel that stretch. Otherwise, we're not just going to get right here because that's not really doing anything. Stretch out the hamstrings. I like to do some RDLs right here, and you can walk, or again just kind of go down and then just switch legs. Another good one that I like to do is some sweepers. So you just have your the heel that we're going to be stretching on the ground and the toes up, and we're literally just going to kind of sweep the ground with our hands right there, and you can do it just like that. And then if you want to, you can also do the classic high knees and butt kicks. It's also a really good dynamic warm-up, get the heart rate going. Alright, so before we kind of get into our hitting portion of the cage routine, I want to emphasize having a goal for that specific training session, whether it be what you're trying to work on with your swing mechanically or what you're trying to feel differently with your body. So again, that's very individualized based off of what you struggle with. So think about that. You can even do that before you start stretching. Like, have a goal on what you want to work on in today's cage routine, and then whatever drill work you want to do, just commit to those goals. Yeah, and then again, if you have a PVC pipe or an old bat or something, we can use that. Just go back to my old PVC training video or any PVC training video and get a good warm up in there. Again, the best thing that I like to do to warm up is using these turns here to really feel my body stay put as I'm trying to turn into my swing here. I like to do that. And then one of my issues when I was playing was kind of throwing my front shoulder out. So I would always do this one as well before I would even start my swing. I would hold it in the middle of my body instead of even my front foot to really exaggerate the staying closed feel with my front side. Right in there. Okay, for the sake of this video, my goal on this cage routine is going to be to try to avoid lunging through my stride. That it's an issue I see a lot of with kids that I give lessons to. So if you're out there struggling with that, hopefully this video helps you. So this first thing I'm going to do, I'm not even going to hit a baseball yet. I'm going to put a bat between my feet and really just try and feel my swing from this position. This is a position I feel like is a good launch position for me. That's why I'm doing this. And again, it's just going to be trying to feel my swing happen without this front side kind of, giving over like this. Just a few swings to warm up this feel. Okay, and then I'll take a few swings, trying to have that same feel I did on those dry swings right there. Yeah, and you guys can do however many swings you feel like is good for a round, but I would stay between 6 and 8 per drill, just so you're not overexerting yourself on any given round, so you have energy to keep yourself progressing through your routine. Alright, so the next drill I'm going to do for my cage routine is I'm going to do a stride back drill. So this is going to be really beneficial for those of you that really struggle with kind of on your load, you get lunged forward. So with this, you're going to start in that over-exaggerated wide position. And as we go through this, we're going to take 3 or 2 taps backwards. 1, 2, or you can, like here, I feel like I could just tap and swing again. Or if I want to, I can just load and swing from there. And the goal of this, again, is to feel myself move back up into a strong position instead of getting out over my front side. So it should look something like this. Overly wide, stride back, and then stride to swing. Staying right there again, trying to feel like my front side's driving out instead of shifting over. I'll do one more. Make sure if you're doing this drill, those taps or steps back are really controlled, and it's not just get backing up as fast as you can. You're trying to feel yourself as if you were loading and starting to swing on each one, staying between your feet, making sure you're staying in a strong posture to swing. The next drill in my routine is going to be the step back drill. In this first part, I'm not going to lift up my front foot, just again to feel it stay firm in the ground where I want it to be at when I land on my load. And again, just make sure that I'm getting loaded. I can even feel my heel come up and then feel that swing happen. Okay, nice and controlled. I'm not going to rush my step back. I'm obviously not going to be too slow. Make sure you step back, get down into your back leg. And if you want to, you can even feel yourself pause if you struggle kind of getting to that launch position. But again, it'll kind of look something like this. And make sure I'm trying to stay behind my front foot here. That's my goal for this cage routine. Okay, the last drill in my progression for this cage routine is going to be the hook drill. If you haven't seen it before, you're going to have your back foot where it would normally be at in your stance. You're just going to bring your front foot over and behind it. I'm going to pause today just because, again, my goal is to not lunge out over my front side on this stride. So I'm going to again get here, pause my front toes hit the ground, feel like I'm in a strong spot. My weight's still more into my backside as I go forward. And then once I feel like I'm ready to launch, I'm going to place my front heel down and swing. Okay, it'll look something like this. For the sake of this video, I'm going to do a one where I feel like I'm getting too far over my front side here, and then I'm going to do it over again and make sure I'm doing it the way I want to feel myself do it. We'll do a bad one right here. Okay, I pause. I feel like I'm getting my weight too far over my front side. So from this position, I feel like I can't get a swing off. I'm going to go back and do it again. It takes my time, and again, emphasize to myself what my goal is for this. And if you do that, if you feel yourself get too far over your front leg or go against whatever your goal is for that routine, I would recommend, if you can, start that rep over again and do it again the way you want to feel it. Pausing, feel like I'm in a good spot now. Swing. After you've completed your drill progression for your cage routine, definitely do some normal swings again, making sure you're committing yourself to the goal of, and for me today, it was not lunging over my front side. Okay, so I got to do a few normal swings here. Again, if I do have a bad one, I feel myself shifting too far forward, I'm going to try my best to stop myself and do it over again the way I want to feel it. Okay, that one's good. I felt like I stayed back, stayed behind my front leg really good there. Okay, again, just for the sake of this video, I felt like I want to get over my front side. I'm doing my best to stop myself before I even swing the bat there, and just do that rep over again in my head, committing myself to that goal of staying back, not lunging forward through this swing. All right, so I just ran through my T routine for my cage routine. If you guys have or are working with a teammate, relative, brother, sister, parent, whoever, and they're tossing to you, you're going to toss to each other. You can do the same routine or your routine on front toss as well, just to keep focusing on that goal, making sure that you're committing every swing and every rep to that goal you're trying to accomplish. You know, I'm going to go back to that 6 to 8 rep kind of thing, making sure that reps that you are doing are of the quality you want them to be, and not just doing them just because you're doing them. You need to get some extra work in. And if you guys have the ability to throw overhand batting practice to each other, or you have your dad or whoever can do that, or even a pitching machine, Again, get some reps in there, finish off that cage routine there. And again, just every swing you're doing in there, you're trying to have that goal and that feel for what you're trying to accomplish with each swing and each rep. That's what I think kind of makes up a good cage routine. Hopefully this helps you guys. I gave you a couple new drill ideas you can add to your routine if you feel like that you struggle with lunging out of your front side. But yeah, hopefully this kind of helps you create a rough draft for a cage routine on your own. If it did, definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content.